Greetings all, it's Dr. Bankhead here at the Struggle in Thinking Out Loud. And the topic of this video is authenticity. Yes, authenticity is when you are who you truly are, showing all your hand, essentially. Not on issues of privacy, of course not. There's certain information that you have no reason to share with any others. And you only will choose to share when it's appropriate and or required. But for the most part, being authentic is honoring yourself, honoring your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, so to say, because even though beliefs are less powerful than knowledge, you are still exercising your free will to have a belief. Of course, and everyone has things that they believe without proof. That's not to say there's anything, here we go with the diversity. There's nothing wrong with something being right or wrong. It can just be, it just is. It is what it is, as the young people say. And so when you're being less than authentic, when you are not expressing your true self, you're dishonoring yourself. You can hardly say you love yourself and dishonor yourself, disrespect yourself, deny yourself at the same time. Why would a person choose to be inauthentic? Well, one big reason is a lack of love. As I just described, it's a lack of love of self, and it's a lack of love of others. If you can't love yourself, you can't love others. Not earnestly. At some point, you're going to burn out because it's not genuine. It's fake. And so, if you are dishonoring yourself, disrespecting yourself, devaluing yourself, operating from fear, which is a lack of love. Fear is a lack of courage. To be courageous is to be in love, flowing in love. There's no reason to fear when you're flowing from a space of love. Love will also include wisdom. When you love yourself, you're exercising wisdom. When you love yourself, you're acknowledging that you are a God. You are a powerful being. And as such, there is no reason to fear. And it's suggested that you be a reasonable person. So a reasonable person would bend toward love and expressing love and being love, loving themselves first, loving others after. They would not choose to harm themselves, to hurt themselves, to inflict pain upon themselves. But when a person is choosing to be inauthentic, they are causing themselves pain. They may not recognize it, but it's going to be a pain in the heart, and it's going to show up eventually. It may not show up today. It may not show up tomorrow. It may not show up at the end of this year. But you better betcha that if you don't wind up in the hospital with a heart attack, because that's what will occur when you are hard-hearted and when you are not showing yourself love, you are hardening your heart. And when you're hardening your heart, you're hardening your arteries. And hardened arteries lead to heart attacks. Once you reach adulthood, you are no longer relying on your parents. If you have no confidence in yourself, is it reasonable to expect others to have confidence in you? If you don't have confidence in your talents, if you're lacking confidence in your abilities, if you're lacking confidence in your choices, if you're lacking confidence in your decisions, you may rely on others to tell you or to observe or to acknowledge that you're talented, that you're intellectual, that you're brilliant, that you're accomplished. But if you have to rely on others to tell you what you should know yourself, you are denying yourself. Once again, you're dishonoring yourself. You're devaluing yourself. You see how that works? All right, so stand up to your decisions, stand up to your choices. If someone doesn't like it or agree with it, that's their problem. If someone is offended by it, that is their choice. Make no apologies for choices that other people are making for themselves in their lives. To do otherwise is bordering on insanity. Not to mention, you're devaluing yourself. You're dishonoring yourself. You're disrespecting yourself. And how can you say that you're loving yourself when you're behaving in this way? This is Dr. Bankhead at the Struggle In, thinking out loud, and I will see you in the next video. I am grateful, for I am fully great. Have a positive and productive day.